Hello, beautiful. Welcome to Returning to Light with Julia Treat. I'm so grateful to have this time with you. Welcome if you're new, and welcome to those of you who have been with me over the long haul. It's been quite a wild ride these past few years. I know my posts have been, sporadic at times, and I think that was necessary just for what I was going through, what I was working through, all the things that have really, I'm going to say I've been working through in the past couple of years. As much as I am, usually an open book, there are some things that I don't share here, and things that, I'm really working through and, we'll share when it feels right. And so today is the right time to share a few more things. One thing I have learned is in this whole Great Awakening is that when you are down, that is when the enemy will strike. Whether you call that enemy Satan, cabal, lizards, so many different things, evil ones, dark beings, the elite, Illuminati, like whatever the name is, it's all the same evilness. And when you are when you're low and you're down, that will be the time that they will hit you the hardest. But before I go into detail about the things that I've been dealing with the past year and a half, 2 years, the attacks that have happened, I do want to just share, there's so many people out there saying weird stuff, crazy stuff, stuff that who knows if they're a puppet, if they're just don't have a clue, or they're trying to turn everyone away, from things that can help us. But I'm sitting here right now with this big ass amethyst crystal on my lap to make me chill because of what I'm going to talk about. And by the way, it's not scary or anything. It's just it might make you understand. Okay, I didn't know she was going through this, and this makes sense that why she was acting the way she did. So I have this amethyst crystal on my lap. I'm holding another crystal in my hand. I have restarted my fountain. I have a fountain that I used to just run all day long in my home. I have it off right now because you would hear it in the background. But that was always a very amazing feeling to have that fountain flowing. Just again, reminding my body of flow, and just the energy of flowing towards you, flowing in, just continuous movement, which is so important. And again, back to the crystals, we have our brand new grandbaby who is, what is she, 9, 10 weeks old now? And I was just talking with her mother the other day. They came over and I said, just don't forget when she starts teething, put the crystal necklace on her. And I've seen it with my own eyes, guys, so many times with babies that they are excruciating pain when they're teething. And instead of running for the Aura gel or something else to give them for the pain, you can get a crystal necklace and put it around their neck. They're not going to choke. Okay, that's so many moms, it's like the baby knows. First of all, the crying stops almost immediately. They're no longer in pain. They don't experience the pain through teething like they would without it. And they don't grab it and choke them. I mean, it's the craziest thing. A child who is, hyperactive or having trouble sleeping or has anxiety, sticking an amethyst crystal by their bed or letting them carry one in their pocket just changes everything. And so I hope you're not getting sucked into anyone who's saying you don't need anything, it's you. I mean, yes, we are this eternal soul, but we are in these bodies, these avatars that need help. Okay, this is an avatar. This is my avatar this time. This is the body my soul's using. And there are so many things that I can use or utilize that will help me through all of this. So some people are talking about the placebo effect and all the stuff. But when you just put a crystal in a baby's hand or put a crystal necklace around a baby that's teething and they stop crying, they don't know anything about placebo effect. They didn't know anything about that, right? They just got the energy of the crystal put on them or around them. So keep that in mind. Because I'm not saying those people are wrong, but they have not had the experiences that I have with certain things. Okay, I just had to say that because crystals are so amazing. I have them, they're all around me still. I have them on my desk. I have 2 huge rose quartz that emit love, and we've needed a lot of that lately. But my amethyst is on my lap right now. And I do feel so different than when I began the podcast because I thought I'm ready to talk about this, but then I started going, oh gosh, oh my gosh. So the crystal just helped me out. I have my new website up, and it's the beginning. It's the beginning of the website. So keep that in mind. I'll tell you how you can find it in case you just want to go take a peek. I'm keeping it pretty simple, but I have so many things I'm going to add, including things for the children, which will be I'll be talking about things like crystal necklaces. Oh, and by the way, I would Google crystal necklace and look at reviews. I don't remember the name of a girl. She made them, and that's where my Michael's daughters got some of them. You could probably look on Etsy, but just check all the reviews, see what the mamas say or daddies, and then choose the one you want or reach out and talk to them. Ask them what you should get. But I think really leaning into our intuition and trusting it, we need to get back to that. I really question my and everything about me the past year and a half. Trust that. See, if we have that mindset that I trust what I get, right? And so whatever you look at and say, that's the one for my baby, get it. Maybe you get your toddler a bracelet. Maybe they just need to chill out, calm down. There's so much anxiety in the world, and they're feeding off everyone, right? They're feeding off everything and everyone. I didn't know this was going to turn into tips and tricks for little ones, but one last helpful hint. One of the most amazing things you can get your little kiddo is a mini trampoline, like inside the house. Okay, you can Google it, find one, probably with a bar they can hang on to would be better, just to keep them stable. They need to work out the energy that they have held in. Us as adults, we do it, it turns into like illness, disease, all this. They're just hyperactive or freaking out or crying or having a meltdown or can't sleep or whatever, or hurt. They're just hurt everywhere. They need to get that out. And a mini trampoline, whether you have what they consider normally developing child or a child on the spectrum, or, if you don't know, my background is speech language pathology. That's where I started before I opened up to my, really leaned into my abilities as an intuitive and a psychic and all that. So, and maybe medium. I just don't know anymore. I just don't know. Like, I'm working through stuff. And I'll share my insights on that too. Why that might be something that I'm leaning away from, but please hear me out before you say she's lost her frickin' mind, because it might make sense for you. So yeah, mini trampolines, get one of those, and you will notice, just let them jump. Just let them jump. And you should notice rather soon, rather quickly, just a change in their energy. And maybe they sleep better, or they're not as whiny, or all the things that happen when they have too much stress and energy in their body. Because, guys, we do it through anger, tears, like stress eating, drinking, whatever the things are. But they have no way, they're just freaking out. Like, they don't know how to get rid of this stuff. And then we're like, not we, but, you're just not a good behaved kid, or we just start blaming all the stuff. So now that that's all been said, it's funny. I just put my amethyst crystal on my desk. I didn't even realize I just did that in the middle of talking. I just put it up on my desk and let it, like I didn't need it on my lap anymore. All right, so keep in mind, so if you're going through hell, I completely understand. And you are the one that can pull you out of it. I promise. Okay? I'm going to give you some tips on that too, on what to do if you are really feeling either defeated, or you're being attacked, or just sad or mad, or what the fuck's going on, or whatever it is. I'm going to give you some tips on how just to start changing it immediately. Okay? First of all, yes, I have been attacked by some whoever, whatever. I'm not talking about spiritual, can't see and make believe things. Literally, might be people, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if you're into the NPC thing. I'm starting to learn a lot about the NPC. I won't go into detail about that this time, and that they are something that is controlled and will work to defeat us. And it's very difficult for them to get to us when we are at our highest, when we're at our high peak vibrational moments, and able to maintain that is very difficult. It's like they don't exist, right? I'm a true believer that you will pull in what you believe can come in. So when my brother and my dad passed away, That's when I came across some people. And one was a group that was promoting humanitarianism, and we're going to come together as humanitarians. We're going to fix this world. We're going to build these things and all the stuff. And I did get into that group, not trusting my own intuition, but trusting someone else that I had actually done shows with on YouTube. I had debated calling that person out on this, but I'm not going to because I guess my heart wants to believe that he wasn't aware of it, that, one of his best friends was the leader of this. Well, he knew she was the leader of this group, but I'm just going to trust my heart that he did not know that she was a scammer. So I'm going to tell you how it turns into this. So in this group, humanitarians, I even presented my Speranza, the children's retreat center. I presented that because they were looking for people that they would back. And I'm like, oh my God, this is it. Godsend, blah, all the stuff. And it was, by the way, had to do with crypto. Okay? We are moving into that direction. I think unless you're living under a rock, you know that this is happening. But I thought, oh, well, this is my in. I can get into it, ahead of the game and learn and be a part of this and be fixing the world and all this stuff. And people were just, honestly were the most amazing members in that group that came in. Everyone you could tell, other than the scammers. They seemed like they weren't scammers, right? They were legit. But everyone was just excited about helping humanity and making it better for their children, their grandchildren, and all this stuff. Well, we would invest in these group funds. And I'm going to tell you the group so that I hope you don't ever get into that, because you will lose any and all funds that you put into it. But, after we presented, and so many people had great ideas, and it was going so great. And we were in there cheering each other along, like, look at us go, oh my God, we got this, and we're going to have this project, and we're part of this project now. And then things started getting a little wonky. Some people were coming in their group and saying, posting that, oh my God, my wife believes this is a scam and that now she's trying to take my children from me. Like it started with little things and then it started getting serious. And I'm like, oh my God. And the leader of the group, the false prophet, would say, well, you're doing this for humanity, so someday your children will understand that, and it's about staying the course. And this guy, he literally donated the most out of it was huge amounts every month. Huge. I mean, huge. And so that started getting a little weird. I was like, wait a minute. Like, she's telling people to leave their choose this over their families. Now I'm like, okay, hang on. And by the way, when I would watch her, now, remember, I got in because I trusted someone I'd done shows with that was best friends with her at the time. And I'm not sure. And by the way, when it started coming out that everyone started realizing, wait a minute, we think we're being scammed. Not everyone, just a handful. He disappeared. So the reason I was pissed off is because he didn't address it. He didn't go on his channel and say, guys, I think you should question this group here that I was a part of. Or I'm not saying he was an investor, but he was on the show as a guest. Not every time. Many times she would have a panel on and he would be on as a guest. So he just disappeared. And then another guy who did shows in the circuit, I did a few shows with these people, and he disappeared. And we're like, wait a minute, why aren't they saying anything about this? Because anyway, they weren't addressing it and they just left. So it started getting weird. She started posting stuff or sharing material that would make someone question their intuitive abilities, and that, I mean, it was bizarre. It was such a fucked up mind game. Okay, I realize that now. Fucked up mind game. That I started going, oh my God, like, am I really working for the right side? Like, what am I doing? Believe me, guys, I've been through a lot, soul searching. and Michael's he's been so amazing just by my side, letting me figure it all out. I literally I had angel statues and angel things everywhere. I just took it all down and just put it in the basement. I said, I've just got to take everything down until I figure out if this is true or not. That's just how fucked up it was. And, at the same time, going to see my mom every month for a week or two for 14 months. So I'm getting this information coming in, which I know now. She's such a fucking scammer. And I'm going to tell you how I started realizing it, besides her breaking up families and making people question any kind of spiritual gifts, that they were all bad. Seriously, they're all bad. And the stuff she shared was compelling, but now I look back and go, you can use this stuff for good or bad. That's the truth. I mean, that's just how it is. But she started attacking people who were on her team. They were in her team group doing this with her, and she started turning on them, and things that she was really praising them about, now she's saying this is demonic and satanic, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on here? And one of them even being Jaron Kenyon, who did my Cosmic Human Design reading, and I shared that a while back. I mean, even attacking him, and he's like, I'll be honest, I felt he was like one of the purest souls I've met. And yes, we've all been fooled here, and I'm sure he would admit that too. But he was such a kind soul. So I was just, when that started happening, and then she was posting pictures of her posing with different people, and she had, hear me out, she had the panda headband with two pandas on top. She had closed one eye. That's the One Eye Club. If you're, in this Great Awakening and you're actually learning. She had one eye closed, and she had her tongue stuck completely out and to the side. Okay, that is Kali, the goddess Kali, Kali. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, holy shit, I'm dealing with Kali here, or someone who is honoring Kali. Kali is the goddess of destruction. So it only made sense. She's destroying everyone in the group as she takes our money. I know it sounds crazy, but like I said, the evil will attack you at your lowest point, because that's when it's easiest to infiltrate, because it's like you're grabbing for anything at that point. I had just had those massive losses, and hearing about this humanitarian group, and oh my god, I love it, I'm in. This is what, it took my time. It helped me forget about that stuff, not being in that kind of vibe, but it took me to a very dark place. So that is that whole story. And I will tell you, the group is called QSI, Quantum Stellar Initiative, and her name is Emily Tang. She is evil beyond evil. And she is a master at her craft. She knows what she's doing. And I do believe she is being guided by a demon spirit, or Kali, even Kali, her himself, wannabe goddess. I say wannabe. So I finally left, and without, believe me, going off. Oh, I hounded her. I frickin' went after her. And guys, I lost, a decent amount, a substantial amount of money, but I was more pissed off that she was destroying families. I mean, she was destroying families. People had lost their children, their wives. One couple lost $85,000, their life savings. They were elderly. And so I frickin' went after her. Okay, because that's me. I'm like Mama Bear. They're fucking with humanity, and I'm going to go after them. They're fucking with this family in QSI that has such a pure heart. I'm going to go after them. So I did that for several weeks. I even spewed off on the person that I trusted, that I did a couple shows with. I went off on all them. I did. I had to. I had to get it off my chest. I had to get it out, and I was hoping if maybe one person sees this, they won't be fooled. So I did that. I don't care if I look like a crazy person. Okay? I don't give a fuck anymore what anyone thinks about me. I care what I think about me, what I'm going through, and finding my way out of that hellhole, which I did. That's what I had to do. I had to get that out of my system, get it done, and then I had to get away from it. I had to pull myself out of it. Okay? I did my time. I learned. I tried to, again, show others. I was begging people in that group to get out. I said, please, can't you see what's happening here? Nothing has come true that they said. Nothing has come back to us. So it was I'm trying to think, I think it was probably a year and a half that I was in that, a year and a half. I don't know how many months, but that's where I was for a while. And figuring out then, okay, well, I need to, that's why I actually quit doing readings. I quit everything. Because at that point, I was like, what is true anymore? Like, and again, it's just, okay, it's human nature for us to question ourselves. How could I have been so fooled about that? I was fooled, but I've been fooled about other things. I have. I don't get things 100% correct for about everything. Yes, I had a high marks, high regards for my readings that were really, really awesome one-on-one. But as far as, this getting stuff for entire humanity, it's a little more difficult. And I think you understand when you get a grasp of where we are in this awakening. There are so many souls in different levels and doing different things that it's nearly impossible to predict what's going to happen for all of humanity. Okay. And that's why I've said in past podcasts, start working on yourself. Okay. Just start working on you. That's what I needed to do. I needed to work on me. I needed to understand how can I help? I want to help, but what's the best way for me to help? I was sounding off the alarm back when this whole Rona thing started. So that's over. It's done. I mean, it's still going on. Oh, that reminds me. I was going to mention. I went to CVS today. I had to get some things at the pharmacy. Not the pharmacy. I mean, I don't go to the pharmacy, by the way. I had to get some. I use these nasal rinse things. So I had to get some of that. So I just went in to get that over the counter, go to check it out, and check out and get my receipt, which is, if you know CVS receipts, right? It's like 12 feet long. I have no idea why. I've never looked at them. I don't use them. I don't even use coupons, guys. I don't, because I don't manifest that that's needed. And I'm going to get to that in a minute, how you can start turning things around if you are struggling. But the first QR code, the square box, the QR code, it says 14 no-cost vaccines available. Just walk in. Oh my God. I'm like, shit, man, it just never ends. And then it's like, protect yourself against RSV, shingles, Tdap, I don't even know what the hell that is, and more. Oh my God. So I was just like, holy shit. There's so many things that are still trying to put in everybody's bodies. This avatar, this body that we are using this time, we have to treat it we have to treat it lovingly. We have to make sure that what we're doing to it, putting in it, what we're doing is supporting it. Okay. Hopefully I don't sound as all over the place as I have for the past several months. I am in a really good place. I am finding my way back to who I am, who I'm here to be. I had to go learn about how much shit is out there and how dark it really can get, and how little it can take to make me doubt myself. I mean, mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. So some things that I was going through my spiritual boot camp, which I'm launching. I'm launching again, the 2.0 version, because I needed to go through it and make sure, do I resonate with this anymore? Is this helping them, whoever it is that listens to it or watches it? Is this helping them find their own power within, or is it calling out for someone else to help them? And that is where things have shifted for me. Okay? I'm no longer calling out to an angel to help me, and I do believe that's the next step. You got to get to that step where you realize if you just vibrate at the right frequency, it will all come. I'm not saying right frequency. That didn't come out right. If you change your vibe to where it can attract those things, the good things, they'll come. I had to get myself out of that shithole because I was mad. I was sad. I was so many things. And all I kept hearing was, you know what to do. Now, I believe that was me telling myself, you know what to do. You know how to get out of this. And you can change it at any moment. So, one of the things that I decided was I got back to telling myself the things that I expect. So I only expect the best from me. And for me to ever, think less of that is just bullshit. I expect the very best for me, the best, whatever that means for me. It might mean something different for you. An example, I flying to my mom's 14 months in a row, every plane ticket going, okay, well, let me just find the cheapest fare. I'll sit in economy. I'll get there and save all this money, whatever. So started doing that. Well, then I thought, I started getting sick, which is, I'm sure has to do with my vibration being low, with, I don't know, who knows? There's so much going on out in the world right now. We are being hit with a lot, frequency-wise, a lot. So I just changed it. I expect the very best for me, and I have flown first class before as a gift from my brother before he passed. We took a couple first class flights. He even got a private plane one time, and I got to see what that was like, and I liked it, to be honest. I really did. And so I decided, well, first thing I'm going to do is when I fly, I'm going to go first class because I deserve it. I want the best for me, and I don't want to sit. I love the people in economy. They're sweet, and people on the entire plane are sweet, but it is cramped, and I don't like it. I want my own seat, like a lounge chair, and I want to fly that way. So when you start that, and I'm saying it over and over, whether you say, I expect the best for me, only the best. I only expect the best for me. Or you say things like, I'm the luckiest person I know. That's another thing I started to say. I just started saying these things over and over, and different things that I'm going to actually create a guided meditation for. I have it all written out, but I just have to record it. It's just things that you can start saying, because we are programmed to fail. We are programmed for scarcity, for lack. If you are watching all of that lack and scarcity, don't you realize that's just reinforcing what your belief is? If that's what you've been experiencing, that's what you continue to pull in. And so when you make that statement, I only expect the best for me, and for me flying, the best is being in first class, because I get treated really well. I have a really comfortable chair. I get free food. I like it. I'm in the front of the plane. I can get off real fast. That you have to make the switch. So instead of looking at economy fares, now I only look at first class fares. Right? So I'm only looking at first class now. I don't even want to know it, because that's all that I'm expecting. So if I pull up the screen, I'm still having that choice where, here, you can get this for $300, or you can get this first class for this amount. Then I'm still have it out there in my field that I'm expecting I might have an economy. I'm like, no, I only want to see the first class tickets. Then I will decide what time I'm leaving and what time I'm coming home. And so I have flown first class since then, since making that decision. And here's the thing, guys. I just want to make sure you realize when you say that, it doesn't mean I'm going to make more money so I can pay more for a ticket. Okay? I got on because I'm going for Mother's Day to see my mom. And so I got on, put the dates in, and they said, oh, you have these credits, blah, blah, blah credits, like $300 off. Okay, I used those last time, but they gave them to me again. And so I used those credits, and I got a lower priced first class ticket. So when you put these things out in the universe field, whatever you want to call this, your bubble, the world, it's whatever you think it is. I know what I put out there is what is going to make its way back to me. Okay, whether it's instantly or in a bit. So I only expect the best for myself. I only expect the best, or I'm the luckiest person I know. Those are some of the things that you can just start saying, and you're going to have to say them over and over and over and over. Okay, you are reprogramming your brain. You're reprogramming with what you want it to be. Another one is I started saying was, I love winning. Say, I love winning, I love winning, I love winning. I'm looking at my list here. Okay, so another one I like to use, everything I need shows up easily for me. Everything I need shows up easily. That's always been the case. Even though I was going through this dark time the past year and a half, everything still showed up easily for me. Everything I needed. And then another way you could turn that around is that I always have more than I can ever spend. I always receive, or maybe even saying I always receive more than I can ever spend, or whatever. Use your own terminology. whatever words you want to use. I have the script written out, just script. It's just things you can say, right? And you're going to just be, I'm going to record it for you. I'm going to have some, I want the sound of flow, like my fountain, like the water flowing. So I'm going to have that put in the background, and you can listen to it for as long as you want, and just starting the new habits, right? The new programs, the programs that are about abundance, right? Wealth, health, happiness, joy, love, peace. Start those affirmations, start those things, reprogramming what you expect. Because this is one thing I've realized in this, I don't know if I'm going to call it a realm. I say reality with air quotes because I'm not sure it is a reality. It's a false reality if it is, or it's a fucked up, it's a hijacked reality. Because I don't think we're ever supposed to have any of this suffering and pain, all this bullshit going on with us and, you know, the whole world. We're not supposed to be going through this bullshit. This is crap. I don't believe that our creator, source, God, the true one, God of all, would expect us, would want us to stay in this forever. This doesn't make sense. I do believe the God of this world is very, very evil. So there's that tangent. But just pick one phrase maybe that you start saying. Just, I really like, I always expect the best for me. Because that covers everything, right? Maybe the best thing that's going to help your avatar, your body. The best, I expect the best treatment or love, or I'm going to say treatment. Treatment from my partner. I expect the best results. I expect the best of everything, right? So start doing that. I don't even think in the past boot camp you had to go and find your real beliefs about money and all the stuff. I think we're going to bypass that shit because we already know they're fucked up if we're not experiencing them, right? We already know that stuff has been screwing with us and has been keeping us in lack. So we just need to turn it around to what we want. We don't have to keep visiting over and over what it is we don't want. Okay? This is what humanity is going through right now is trauma. It's all it is. When you turn on the TV, it's trauma, drama, pain, suffering. This has been every lifetime. We have just been traumatized here. And it's done on purpose. And I'm going to get into that in another podcast. It's been done on purpose to keep our souls returning here. I do believe that because we are so powerful. And the evil things, the evil beings, the evil whatever you want to call them, they need our energy. They need it because they are not connected to source whatsoever. So I hope you can, I can hear it in my own voice. I hope you can hear it and feel it and know that whatever you're going through, you can turn things around. It is up to you, and I will do everything I can to help you. I am not ready yet to be pulled into individual situations and doing sessions with people individually. I don't feel like that I'm weak or anything, and I can't do that. It's best for me for where I am heading, the trajectory, is that I am staying right here with me, working on me, sharing what helps me, and letting people decide if that's what they want to do too. All right. Well, that was long-winded. I'm so grateful for all of you. If this resonates with you, wonderful. If it doesn't, that's fine too. Find your way, whatever it is, wherever it is that you need to go and find your way to the truth. I wish you the best. I am sending love to you always. My heart goes out to you, anyone who's going through a rough patch or suffering. Believe me, you can turn it around at any time, and I'm going to help you do that. Oh, and before I forget, my new website is returningtolight.net. All right, returningtolight.net. That's where you can see and again, it's just started. We just got it launched. I'm going to be adding some things. We just wanted to get it out there and have a place for people to go land and check things out. So I will be adding a link soon for those that want to join for Spiritual Bootcamp 2.0. So check back at the website periodically, but I will be making an announcement when that is up and ready for signups. But I'm also going to be giving you ideas in the meantime to start your new story, right? Your story that you are the star of, that you can make this most beautiful, amazing movie about your life. Right now, I feel like I just came through a very dark. I'm so proud of myself and happy about what I did and how I handled it, and that I didn't feel bad about anything. That I just found my way and I love myself through it all. And I heard that voice, that little voice, my voice probably, saying, "You know what to do. You already know what to do to change this situation, this air quote reality." And I have. And it doesn't take a long time. Okay, that's another program. Don't think, well, I've been doing this for so many years. How am I ever going to turn around? You can turn around instantly. Just choose something that you're going to say to yourself constantly, every day, all day long. Just pick one phrase. I'm the luckiest person I know. I'm the luckiest person I know. And then if something shows up that you're like, oh shit, that doesn't fit that bill, you say, I'm the luckiest person I know. Because your new belief or vibration will take over, it will change everything, the trajectory. But all it means is you still have that stuff in the ether or wherever, not in the ether, just, yeah, maybe ether. You still have that stuff, that vibration out there that doesn't believe that you're the luckiest person in the world. So anytime something comes, it's the opposite. You go, nope, I'm the luckiest person I know. Or, I only expect the best for myself. I only expect the best. Or I only have the best outcomes of anything, right? I'll have something put out, and now I've said it, so I have to do it, you can listen to, and it may help. All right? So, again, I'm sending so much love to you, and I will be back soon.